Welcome everyone. It is week 1 of Fantasy Football Weekend Warriors predictions. Today I think we're going to base our predictions on the quarterbacks. You know, I just love the quarterbacks. We're not going to go so much on looks because that would be hard. But today we're just going to go out. I'm going to talk about the quarterbacks and make my predictions that way. Okay, first we have J.B. Bobcats, who has Carson Palmer, versus Cutler's Butler, Eli Manning. Now, Carson Palmer, never heard of the guy. Hate to say it, never heard of him. So he can't be that good. Maybe he is, but if I haven't heard of him, he can't be that good. Eli Manning, now let's face it, he does those cute little commercials where he's a little fairy, and they're just darling. So let's let the little fairy Eli win this time. So that's my prediction. Eli Manning, the little fairy, is going to win. Next prediction. 19-0 has Matt Stafford, and they are playing Big Onions, who has Tom Brady. Now, Matt Stafford, I have heard he is always hurt. Always hurt. So we'll call him Bubble Boy, and he needs to be in bubble wrap, so yeah, I'm not sure about him. Tom Brady, poor Tom Brady. He's lost a little Eli Manning fairy boy twice. So I'm going to pick Tom Brady because he deserves to win. Our next prediction is Chubby Ninjas, who has Peyton Manning, versus, those beavers, I can never say their name, who has Drew Brees. Now, Peyton Manning, you know, he has that neck thing. I like him. He's funny. I like his commercials. But, you know, I've heard he can't throw right very well. So that's kind of odd. Everyone's going to know he's going to be throwing left because right will be hard. And Drew Brees, but Drew Brees plays for that team that paid players to hurt players, which is absolutely despicable. So Drew Brees should not win because the quarterback should tell his players not to do those mean things. So we'll go with Peyton because he's had a rough go of it with that neck thing. $5 footlongs, who has Michael Vick, versus Wynum Dynum 49, who has Cam Newton. Now this is a hard one for me. Let's see, one has a dog, one kills dogs. I mean, it's a hard choice. But I think I'll go with another aspect of it. Vic is like Vicks Vapor Rub. I don't like that. But Newton is like Fig Newtons, and I like those. So we're going to go with Cam Newton. Okay? Okay, Baxter's Wheel of Cheese has Jay Cutler, and that versus, they are playing Team Mariachi, Aaron Rodgers. Well, Jay Cutler, he's a new dad, which I think is wonderful. He's a family man. And this year, he has better catchers, receivers. So he should be pretty good. Aaron Rodgers, heard he was the MVP last year, but kind of a cocky guy. Went to his head. I don't like cocky. He should be humble and a family guy. So we're going with Jay Cutler. Okay, Norwegian Legion, Philip Rivers versus Victoria's Secret, Tony Romo. Okay, let's see. Philip Rivers. I know he had the most interceptions last year, which isn't good. But then, you know what? He has this last name, Rivers, and I read these books that Louis L'Amour writes, and one of his famous lines is, he's one to ride the river with. So, hey, that means he's a good. So I'm going to go with him because Tony Romo, let's face it, I've heard that people say anyone he plays for the Cowboys, so therefore he is gay. So, you know, I'm not going to pick the gay guy. That his name sounds like he is a restaurant, like Tony Romo's Ribs. So anyway, we're going to pick Philip Rivers. And there you have it. Those are my predictions. I'm sure they'll be right. Now, have a good week, and we'll see you next week for more predictions.